Hello. Alright, I think we're live. Just gotta test out the audio real quick, make sure everything is working as intended. Just gonna test out with the game audio and the music, just to make sure it's good. Alright, audio seems good. I'm going to share the stream link real quick, and then we'll be good to go. All right. Oh, I gotta open my chat doc real quick. I can't see it. There we go. Oh, hey, Pyres. How's it going? I didn't see you were here. Right. So, I believe the last things I still need to do are Susona, and then I can do Crimson Reigns. Hello, Arir800. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. How are you doing? Send me a link on Discord. Watch when I have the time. Will do. Is it another piano arrangement? Okay. Yeah, so Susona, I think I can use the speedrun skip in this version still to make it over there. Oh, jeez. I'm not ready. See him hit me here. There was some discussion in the modding server about what enemy would be the most annoying to be to have every enemy in the game be. And I think we've come to the consensus that it's those golden sword-wielding guys that shoot projectiles. And I was like, oh, maybe I do a run like that. Oh shoot, right, I need to do this first. And then I think I decided that I actually really don't want to do that. Because those guys have projectiles that are like weirdly random, and even when you have multiple of them, it's really annoying to dodge them. But they also have melee attacks that have the same sort of properties as Eviterno, where they run towards you and hit. And they do a lot of damage, and they also cannot be full parried like Eviternos can't. So it would basically be Eviterno with also a ton of really annoying projectiles. Is Susona going to be Eviterno as well? No, bosses are luckily not changed, because it's broken, and he does not have hurt boxes. Meaning, if the bosses were Eviterno, it would be over. The only boss that will be Eviterno is Eviterno himself. Because he's ultra cute. True. Oh, shit. That is, in fact, Susona's lore. Here? I don't remember. Oh, that's just how I open the door. Might as well do it. Alright, so because I don't technically have the elevated temples down yet, when I exit this door, it's going to put me in thin air, and I have to time my jump to reach Susona correctly. Look at that. Alright, 5,000 tears. So I definitely want to switch to a different weapon for Susona, because you literally, unless I have the Spellblade Resonance, which I do not, then using Sarmiento is completely useless. So let me see here. I could use Ruego easily enough. Or I could do Veredicto. I'm gonna go for Veredicto just because I never play with Veredicto. Like I just never use it. And I mean, to be fair, that is because I think it's kind of boring, but I am going to fight her legit, even though I could do it the speedrun way, where I just kill her before she can do anything. By the way, this boss is the worst to no-hit. Absolutely the worst. Ooh! I was trying to no-hit all the bosses in my last playthrough with Sarmiento. Sarmiento is great for no-hitting bosses. Usually. This is the exception, but, you know, Spellblade is good, because then I can actually do some damage. But, you know, if you have Verdereza, you do better damage. And so you can do that for no-hitting. But this boss really, really sucks to no-hit because of that attack she just did. Ooh, God. Pretty sure I'm one hit. And she's not even half health yet. Doing great. Damn it. Oh, Jesus, yep. I thought she was one of the easiest ones. It's sad because she has one of the best boss designs in the game. I find her easy as well, for sure, but I wouldn't... okay, you know what? I like her boss design. I don't like that one attack she does. Her and Sinodo. I do love Sinodo. Sinodo is very fun. Now we need everything is Asterion Fight 2 and the Miracle Except Your Torment. I do want to do that, because I imagine it would be much, much worse than this, than Everything is Eviterno, but I somehow feel like it would still not be as bad as Everything is that one enemy. I'm gonna try Ruego this time. Just because I can be more consistent. You use spells. Yeah, that's fair. I do too. I just don't have any because I've been sort of speedrunning. Like, literally, these are my prayers. And obviously Bleeding Miracle is gonna be the best one for her. Of course. Although Ruego seems much better than Veredicto, just because I can air stall by hitting. I forgot I got Blood Pact. Should have healed, but I wanted to use Blood Pact. But Blood Pact doesn't heal me now, so it was just closer to death. But yeah, Roego's definitely going to be the way to go, I think. Is there anything I want to buy for it? Eh, might as well. Everyone was so scary just because of his upgraded attacks, but because he's so easy when you know his attack use the lightning after the charge isn't that bad unless you're seeing it for the first time. Yeah, people really complain about that because like, oh, it's the hitbox is different than the thing. It's really not. There is a visual indicator for it. It's really not that bad. For me, the only difficult attack is his like spin one, but even then you can anticipate it and dodge it easily enough. What do you think about this soundtrack? Is it doable in music score? I think this one would be not as bad to do as other ones. So when I'm doing a sound, like when I'm doing a piano arrangement, the things that are the most difficult to do are really fast guitar, like flamenco strumming, just because flamenco strumming is very different from piano, and it doesn't sound great on piano, or rather there's not as many good ways to make it sound good. And then a song with nothing going on is difficult to make sound interesting. Oh, Jesus, I didn't even see that. The spin has a rhythm too, exactly, yeah. But yeah, so this song, it's complex, but it's complex in a way that I think the piano can do fairly well. The exception to that is that it is very percussion heavy, and the percussion is very important to the song. And so the only way you can really emulate that is with the rhythm. So like another song that the percussion's really important in is Semblante Cautivo, which that's one of my favorite piano arrangements I've made for Blasphemous 2. And I had to work the percussion into the rhythm of the bass for that one, which ended up working really well in that song. This one I could see it being more difficult to do. Yeah, and Juan, on the topic of his spin attack, if you use a prayer like Serana, or one of the ones that makes it that you hold and it keeps you in place while you're holding it, you can jump and then just hold Serana in place to just dodge it. Which is just a fun little thing. The reviving Io Fuego Te Dare. Oh, I can't. I gotta concentrate. Reviewing Io Fuego Te Dare for about a month now, and I always find something wrong to change. Yeah, that's just how it goes, especially because that song, the strumming is very melodic, so it's not as bad, I'd imagine, because you can do it, like, you can put it in an arpeggio, but it's still flamenco strumming. That was a pretty good Blood Pact, if I do say so myself. Lots of tremolos in that one, just like your synth. Yeah, tremolos. I have a very mixed feelings about using tremolos. Oh my god, I use them a ton in Semblante Cautivo, but it's kind of the only option, damn it, that you have when the song is really simple with a lot of long notes, if you want it to sound interesting. And that's, which is a real shame, and that's why songs that don't have much going on are very difficult. Maestro Mio feels like such an underrated soundtrack to do covers of, but probably just because I'm a huge Blazer for Asterion in general. No, that's fair. I love Maestro Mio. I love the brass. Like, I'm so happy that we finally have a Blasphemous track that uses heavy brass, because the other one is the song that played in the Wounds of Eventide trailer. But yeah, it's just, I love Maestro Mio. I want to do a piano cover of it at some point, but it has a similar issue where it's very percussion heavy and very rhythmic. But yeah, I think that would be a fun one to do at some point. Did Loston do a Maestro Male cover? I don't remember that. Waste of a flask. I love the music community behind Blasphemous. Yeah, I do too. There's not a whole lot, but it's always nice to see more people interested in and in Blasphemous music and arrangements and covers and whatnot. Jesus. It's one of the reasons I started doing piano arrangements for Blasphemous is because there weren't enough. There was, like, Lost in DSD had a couple, but that was when Blasphemous 1. That was before Blasphemous 2, so he didn't have as many. He hadn't really made a whole lot. So I think the only one was, like, Cantes de Confesiones, which is good. I like that one, but it's tough. And I really wanted to do... I think I started with Prohibidos y Cubiertos de Polvo, which is the Library of the Negative Words theme. Which was just, that was fun. And so a lot of people were asking to do like Baile de Veletas. So I was working on Baile de Veletas before Blasphemous 2 came out. And then when Blasphemous 2 came out, it had tons of songs that were really like good to translate for piano. Whereas Blasphemous 1, a lot of them were difficult to translate for piano. I need to spam Bleeding Miracle more. He did, and he missed the opportunity to reach higher octaves. Anyway, it was his choice. I can see why he raised the pitch in another part of the song. Yeah, pitch is one of the things when it comes to making an original arrangement that I find very difficult, because okay, I didn't have a double jump. But because, you know, if you have two instruments that are in different pitches, but you know, say you have three instruments that are all in different pitches, I don't have enough hands for that. Or if I have two instruments that are in the same pitch, I can't have both of the melodies at the same time. And so there's a lot of interesting nuance with that sort of thing that can be quite difficult to do effectively. Carlos feels solo good. He peaked at Blasphemous 1, Sturfed on, continue on Blasphemous 2. Honestly, I think that all of my favorite Carlos Viola tracks are either Wounds of Eventide DLC. There's a bunch of really good ones in Blasphemous 2, but they're a different style. Like, Blasphemous 2 has a different musical style. It feels more like an advancement of flamenco music, whereas Blasphemous 1 feels like very true flamenco music, you know? And both styles are beautiful. Like, I love both of them. But my favorite Carlos Viola work isn't even from Blasphemous, it's from The Last Door. If you know what The Last Door is, and, like, you know what I'm talking about, hell yeah, based. If not, go look up the Last Door, even if it's just the soundtrack. It is beautiful. It's like dark Victorian era music, but it's so good. It is easily my favorite of like the sort of dark, brooding Victorian music that there is. Easily. He does it so well. The piano and the strings are so beautiful. It's such an underrated soundtrack. That Prohibidos y Cubiertos de Polvo track was fun, but your Baile de Violetas is the best. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, Prohibidos was also the very first, like, piano arrangement that I made, ever. So it was very, very beginner, as you can see. Like, it's only one finger the whole time, just because I was translating the basic pitch. I wasn't trying to get the nuance of the bass and stuff. Oh my god. And so it's a lot simpler than other ones. Baile de Violeta has the same problem where there's a lot of really simple parts. And I've honestly considered trying to like do a revamp of it at some point. But it's what's it called? What was I gonna say? It's just what I have currently is very basic information. They did increase your health pool a little bit, but also this is a level 1 Ruego. I don't have any of the upgrades, so I'm doing very little damage. I did see the post the last door on his YouTube channel and tried a second one. The piano was great. Tried a few seconds of one. The piano was great. Yeah, very beautiful. I'm going to remake on Prohibidos Don't Kill Me. No, go ahead. Lostin has one as well. It's a song I'd like to remake if I felt like it, but I don't really feel like it. But Juan, if you want to listen, if you want to like try listening to more of the Last Door soundtrack, I would highly recommend listening to. Here, I'll send a couple songs in chat. There's Alexandre, Alexandre, because it's French, is really good. Videte ne quis sciat is really good. What are some of the really good ones? Oh, there's so many. Miss Cone, Miss Ladesend as well. We'll go with what's it called? The house. Something about house. It being very quiet at the beginning. Yeah. These here. House in Silence. A House in Silence. Those are my recommendations. Those are the ones you should listen to get an idea. Those are my favorite ones in The Last Door. And there's so many really good songs in that soundtrack too. Those are just some of my favorites. The Hills of Ailish Moor is really good. Yeah, etc. Alright, coffee break is over. Gonna get back to work now. Good luck. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I gotta lock in. Whew, nice. Okay. Oh, come on. That was not... Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ, the double hit. The double hit on those projectiles is super rough. One second. Okay. It was nonsense. Yeah, the double hits are really rough just because of your iframes don't last long enough. It's especially bad because I only have 2 health upgrades. Maybe 3? I don't remember. Do I have any? Yeah. And unfortunately, they fixed it so I can't hit her from behind. So I have to do it legit. Shouldn't have tried to get the Reaper Rosary in. Thought I could... That would be a decent timed blood pact, but nah. Jesus. I'm from someone who no damage 2's boss fights, including DLC some time ago. I hate Susona. Yeah, exactly. No damage Susona is the worst. All of the rest of the bosses, you know, sure, some of them it was a challenge, but it was doable. It was fun. It was a fun challenge. Susona, this just feels like bullshit, man. Like, what do you mean? I would rather no-hit Asterion any day. His no-hit was at least fun to do. Although I do need to do it again since they fixed the parry loop. Because although in my no-hit run that I have on YouTube, the parry loop isn't a huge thing. Like, it doesn't help me win too much. Like, most of my damage is done elsewhere. It's still, the parry loop made him much easier, and I want to prove that I can do it without that, you know? Ugh, Jesus. I'm focusing too much on doing as much damage as I can, and so that I can actually, you know, do damage, as opposed to what I should be doing, which is being careful. But that's no fun. Asterion can consistently no-hit. Susona's a crone. Yeah, exactly. I haven't done Asterion in a while, just because I haven't played Blasphemous 2 since the DLC. I played a little bit, but mostly I was doing like my all penances run and stuff. I've been playing more Blasphemous 1 recently because I was doing a challenge run. I was trying to beat all the Blasphemous bosses in alphabetical order and stuff like that. And that was quite fun. I'm really excited to finish editing that YouTube video. Rosary is lovely for staring airborne during that. I love how I said I should be careful instead of damage, and instead I'm not doing that. Seems to be working though, so... God. The problem with that attack isn't the attack itself, it's how she moves during the attack. Someone had the molding framework for the modding framework. I actually thought of trying to do Eviterno. Crescenta, maybe Asterion at the same time. It'll be hell, but fun. Well, you wouldn't be able to get Crescenta because they're in different games. You could do Eviterno and Asterion at the same time, but you wouldn't be able to get Crescenta in there, unfortunately. It would be so much fun to have the Blasphemous 1 bosses in Blasphemous 2 and vice versa, but they're unfortunately use completely different coding frameworks, and so it's not possible unless they're made entirely from scratch, which is possible. Like, it could be done, but we'd have to reprogram all of it for both games. For Blasphemous 1 would be much easier than Blasphemous 2, because modding Blasphemous 2 isn't horrible. It's actually quite easy for the most part, and it would just be a lot of menial work. But Blasphemous 2 modding is so difficult because it uses IL2CPP, which I won't get into all the complicated modding terms and stuff, but basically they use a framework that makes it impossible to view the game's source code. And very, very difficult to, you know, do anything with. I don't know why I decided to do Blood Pact when I was one shot away from death, but I guess I forget that it also damages me. Check 1 second. because I need a boss rush with Blast 2 so bad, but the boss rush might be weird because of movement upgrades on earlier bosses. Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't considered that. They could make it so that you get, like, in the earlier bosses where you wouldn't have double jump, for like, they just remove it. It might be a little bit clunky, but I suppose it would work. That uppercut there is really strong. I lost my impact. Double jump should stay because it's possible to mark Filior before others. It's possible to merc Filior before others? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I guess, yeah, right, I see what you mean. It is possible to beat a Filior and get the double jump before you fight the first 3 bosses. That's true. But, like, it would help. It would change the way that you fight Radames. Or even Lesmes. Mostly Radames, though. Lesmes, you know, phase 2, it's very bullet hell. Oh, okay, of course that doesn't let me uppercut. Oh, come on. Course. Oh. Yeah. I don't have any way to heal other than that. Because double jump can get a lot of early attacks with Infanta or Orospina. Oh yeah, Orospina too. Yeah, Orospina would be, because all of her attacks pretty much rely on you being grounded. Yeah, the worst thing about Susona, I think, is that you're expected to get damage mostly when she's doing that attack, like the one where she shoots the orbs, and that's the one where it's the most difficult to get damage on. What? It ate my double jump. The game, that's so annoying. Okay, I am gonna have to go be more careful now. So that means damaging her in the parts where I can damage her, and just being careful when she's doing that one attack. As depressing as that is. Wasn't expecting to struggle so much against Susona, but she just does so much damage against me because I have no health. People are gonna think I'm clickbaiting them when they're like, oh my god, everything's Eviterno, and then they see me fighting not Eviterno. What did I say about being careful? Oh, Jesus. Movement is horrible on the orbs. Yeah, exactly. It's like, sometimes the strategy is to dash over her to get to the other side. Sometimes it's just to jump over them all. No, luckily the enemy gauntlets are not replaced with Eviterno, because otherwise it would be impossible, because he doesn't have a hitbox at the moment. So, only the basic enemy spawns, not the gauntlet enemy spawns. Which would be fun for a future challenge run, maybe once the hitboxes are better, or fixed, but... Ooh! Okay, that's not even my fault. Barely even made any progress. Oh my god. Of course she does that the second I'm on that hitbox. What color pop? Is that a color palette mod? This is a... Yeah, this is the custom skins mod. So... Blasphemous 2, you can... If you're on console, you can't use it, but in the mod installer, it's really easy to use. And this is the... This skin was made, I believe, by Obsessive Bad Guy. It is the... I forget the name, but it's... The color palette is inspired by the sculptor's finished sculpture. Montagnès. If I had that upgrade that made it so Blood Pact healed me, that would be nice. Fortunately, I do not. Oh, I hate when she does it so close to the ground. Fuck. Anyways, how are you doing, person guy? Soon. Actually, wait. Isn't there one of Ruego upgrade place in beneath her sacred grounds? That would be really easy to get because I don't have to kill any. I don't have to avoid any of Eviternos for that. Let me see, because I believe I have Marks of Martyrdom for days. Yeah, I got 7, so I could upgrade Ruego's damage at the very least. Good, almost done with my current run. Nice. Are you doing like New Game Plus or something, or is it just a basic game run? Oh, that's right. I love that sound. You have multiple markers on your map. Oh, because I've been doing the speedrun. I've been doing speedrun skips. So, we've got, you know, it wants me to beat Orospina. It wants me to beat Blasphemous. It also wants me to beat, you know, Radames. But I'm not doing that shit, man. I'm going straight for Susana. Yeah, so I basically got the weapons, went to Mother of Mothers. I did the speedrun. I did the Benedicta skip, which lets me, where basically if I reach the Chapel of the Doves before fighting a Phileor, which is possible with skips like Ascensions and stuff, then when I fight a Phileor, it will teleport me to Benedicta's arena. So I did that. I don't remember how to get to the Ruego statue. I think it's like here or something though. What's up, man? Must be down here. Yes, there we go. Okay. So, with that, I should be able to at least get some damage increases. Let's see. Ability stun enemies, that won't be useful. Base defense could be nice. Ooh, healing on Blood Pact, base damage, and... Right, the combo finisher. I'm going to go for base damage. I'm going to go for Blood Pact healing, and I'm going to go for base defense. Sick. Oops. Okay, so now we should be good to go. That'll be much, much nicer. Blasphemous if Eviterno was hunting the Penitent like he did to Chrysanta. Yeah. True. He's around every corner. Well, this stream it's been super chill, because I'm just fighting Susona. Last stream was very much less chill. And his penance wouldn't have been fulfilled. Exactly. He's not waiting anymore. He's tired of waiting. This is Eviterno, but he got bored and decided to just hunt him down. Okay, let's see how much more damage we're doing. A little bit more. That's nice. I'll take it. What? I didn't press that button. Okay. So Blood Pact healing will be nice for healing from hits when I don't have flasks. And also just cutting back on the penalty for actually starting Blood Pact. But for that, I have to not spam Reaper Rosary. Which is so sad, because I love spamming Reaper Rosary. Eviterno got tired of the chair. Exactly, his back hurts. He needs to stand up and stretch his legs a bit. Of course, man. Of course, and it's the double hit. Okay, I'm gonna lock in. And we're just gonna do this so that I can continue with the actual challenge run instead of just dying to Susona. I should have boss intro skip on quality of life. Alright. So when she does it close to the ground, I should jump and attack. And then when she does it high up, I should just lock in and dodge. Oh, what? Okay. Okay, game. So yeah, when she does it like this, that's fine. So when she does it the other stupid way, then it's bad. Well, okay, normally it takes longer. Okay, that healing is actually really low. Fairly negligible. bad. It's like this is when it's be careful. When she does that big circle one. The damage increases definitely helps because we're doing much better than last time. Nice. So this is the easy one. Easy, I say. This is the terrible one. Oh, come on! Oh, that's right. It's 2 now. That's dumb. That's so dumb. I was under it the first time. Close. Ugh, come on. Just trying to get some damage, man. Of course, I have to use another flask. I should really get another of those silver-clad crystal things. Upgrade my flask healing, because currently they don't heal me much. Okay. Okay, game. Jesus. Okay, what was that contact damage? What the fuck, actually? You guys tell I like this boss a lot. Real, I also hate Susuna. Ooh, okay. Third one. Thank God, man. Okay. I'm gonna see where another silver-clad crystal shard is. I have the one that's in, I have the one that's in the easy place. have the one in the city. Easy. There's one in the Palace of Embroideries. Oh! Oh, wait, that's actually easy to get. I'm gonna go for that. I think last 2 bosses actually do way more damage than 1. Somehow I just realized. Yeah, they do. And that's partially because people complained that bosses in Blasphemous 2 are too easy. Which is so funny to me. People say Blasphemous 2 is much easier than Blasphemous 1. I wouldn't necessarily say that's the case. I would just say that, oh, I need to go up here. I see. I would just say that Blasphemous 2 bosses, or Blasphemous 2 gives you more tools to deal with bosses than Blasphemous 1. You have 3 weapons. You can use, weapon resistances and vulnerabilities. Yeah, I was getting too cocky. Like, you have way more tools than Blasphemous 1. You have double jump, you have air dash, things like that, you know? Ironic how do they have a rebalance of damage a while ago? I think they did the first patch. Ironic how Blasphemous 2 bosses were easier at launch than Blasphemous 1. Yeah. How am I supposed to get up there? I must have to go from over here. Yeah, that's what it is. Right, and I have to speed run over there. That's fine, that could be done. Nice. Remember when Benedicta died in 30 seconds? Yeah. That was funny. And now you die when she dies, and you ruin the whole run. Played one. The amount of stages were the bane of me. Now they're my favorite first games this season. I'll never like her. Yeah, fair. Why didn't they fix that soft lock? They probably have it fixed in a dev build, but that they can't release because it also has DLC content, if I had to guess. Because they know it's a big deal. Okay. They know it's a big deal. They know it's a fix because they know it's a bug. They tried to fix it in Blasphemous in one of the post DLC launches, and they weren't able to, and so chances are they have managed to fix it in the first in the current dev build of the game, but that they can't release it because it's on the same fork as DLC content. Doubt I'll get all the chalices, but hey, extra health upgrade if I do that would be nice. Awesome. While I'm here, might as well confess, because my guild's getting a bit of annoying for spamming Blood Disc. Doing this can at least progress his quest a little bit. Okay. This time for sure. My flasks are better. And I have more fervor. Okay, that's a much nicer flask. Yeah, that actually gets me to full now. Okay, don't know why I did enough attack. That was good damage. I did have to sacrifice my last flask, but... Hate when it's close to the ground and fast like that. They should make Susona but good. Oh wait, they did. It's Sinodo. Oh my god. What? Since when do you do a third one? Ugh. I guess she was low enough health to do a third move. I didn't even know she could do that. I was confused why she was still around, but... Should get Habera and put it down right as I'm about to start so she takes damage. I don't even remember how to get Habera. Raj doesn't know about the mystical third hit. Clearly not. How are you doing, Omi? Ooh. Wrong direction, man. That was funny. She was like colors inverted for a bit because of stuck in the hit animation. Damn it. Oops. Ooh, that was perfectly spaced. Doing much better so far. It's just white. I was ready for her to do another third attack. Okay. I'm great for this run, yeah. Hopefully I don't jinx it. Damn it. I have to heal just in case. Ooh. I thought that was gonna hit me. It's a good thing I healed though. I was gonna just not heal until after. That's so stupid. I can't choke now. Okay. Bullshit. Okay, so she should do 3 this time, right? She's low enough health. I just won't take it for granted. Aha. Okay. Yep, there's the third one. I think I should be closer to her so I'm not having to dash towards her when that happens. God damn it. Yeah, like that. That seems much safer. Don't you dare, okay. I have to walk in. No! Oh, that's so stupid. Why does Sona attack us with lightning when the floor is flooded? Is she stupid? Maybe that's part of the strategy, because she's just an illusion, right? She's floating up there. So she's fine with... It doesn't matter if she won't get electrocuted, but we will. Playing high voltage 4D chess, apparently. How's it going, obsessive bad guy? Am I correct in assuming it was you who made this skin that I'm using right now, right? It was you, or was it someone else? I don't remember. I just know that you've made a whole bunch of Blasphemous 2 skins, so I assumed it's you. Specify the water, electrify the water, even though it's not a mechanic. Exactly. How are you doing, Fia? I thought you were going to bed. Yes, it was. Awesome. Glad to hear I credited you correctly. Oh, why did you start from the top one? I should have Reaper Rosaried. Okay. Waste of a good blood pact. I see you're rocking it on this challenge. Thank you. Wish I could fucking beat the boss so I could actually get back to the challenge part. Specifically the final challenge, because that'll be Crimson Reigns, and then just actually fighting Eviterno for real this time. That was going ahead. I just had to get something new. Ah, fair. Why did I do that? Am I stupid? The answer is yes, if that needed to be said. What? It won't let me spam Reaper Rosary a 4th time? What is this? Okay. This is much worse than last run. This attempt on Susana went really well. He's gonna kill her eventually. Hopefully. Hopefully. Problem is, once she gets into that 3rd phase where she summons the things really fast, it's kind of gambling with the amount of health I have. It's really just and damage. It is really just if I get lucky enough to be where one of the things spawns. Oh my god. Arrgh. I hate this attack so fucking much. If the attack she did while she was floating around was just a little bit less random and awful, it would be so much better. Like, so much better. Doing any rosary bead or upgrade restrictions? Not necessarily. I'm not doing any restrictions on it, but because I'm following the speedrun route, fuck, I haven't gotten very many. Also because everything I get means I have to run past a bunch more Eviternos. So, yeah. I'm using Rego right now because it's the only one I got another statue for, and because Sarmiento, you know, she's kind of immune to Sarmiento. I feel like it should be telegraphed from where the projectiles spawn from. It is, like, they do spawn from the heart there every single time. It's just the direction they go is really annoying. I'm just Benedictoing for some high damage right at the beginning when it's free and longer range. Now we're back to Ruego. I feel like I should use Bleeding Miracle more right now. Oh yeah, this is how I damage her during her fucking move. But don't be stupid about it next time. Use the Veredicto combo. I would, but I don't get as much. I don't get as much damage with Veredicto, and I also can't hit her in this mode when she's Veredicto. Hit button, etc. Yeah, that is the Veredicto combo. It's very difficult, very high skill. You wouldn't understand, etc. Okay. Honestly, Veredicto, just for... I've switched to Veredicto and I die immediately. Veredicto for the Fervor, and then Bleeding Miracles, my source of damage, might be a strategy, though. I'm going to try that this run. Because Bleeding Miracle's doing a lot more damage than Ruego is. Pretty sure she has some sort of mystical damage weakness, which would be nice for Blood Pact, but can't get consistent enough with it. Okay. Okay, game. Susana run next day. I think I'd rather kill myself. Like, I'm gonna waltz into Eviterno's arena and beat him first try. If not first, second. And I'm serious about that. This is a serious prediction. This isn't a ha ha ha. I'll beat it first try. Eviterno's much more consistent than Susona is. Even though Susona is easier for sure, just it's, you know, when you're actually properly leveled for her. Seems Benedicto and Bleeding Miracle's the strategy, honestly. It'd be nice if I had Debla. Which, I mean, I could theoretically go buy it. Oh, that's the third one, that's right. Please be normal. Nice. Okay. Says Dark Souls 3 all Aldrich, no? Yeah, similar. At least with all... Okay, I did not press that button. At least with all of Eviterno, it's consistent, and there's strategies I can use. So not only is a bad idea that not even the Miracle could assign that penance to the worst of them all. Exactly. I'd rather do all Asterion. At least Asterion's fun. I actually love Asterion so much. I should try to do Santa. I should try to do the DLC with this challenge. That would be funny, I think. Santa Vigilia seems like it would be terrible, but in all honesty, I don't know if it would be, because it doesn't have a whole bunch of enemies in random spots. That's what I'm saying. My God. Finally. Come on. Come on. There we go. Jesus Christ. Finally. I also love how Asterion's design is Guts for Berserk if Guts was schizophrenic. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I have to watch the cutscene now. Should have skipped it. Oh, wait. Never mind, because I have Quality of Life mod on. Oh, wait. Never mind. I still do. Now I can finally continue on with the actual challenge. I can't believe Veredicto ended up being the strategy. Homie will never let me hear the end of it.
Paloma.
Paloma. back to my goat, Sarmiento. And it's time for Crimson Reigns. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Although, they did remove all the gauntlets, so it'll actually not... I'm so mad that they removed all the gauntlets. Good thing the music still slaps, though. Oh my god, the audio works now! This is huge! This is the area he's supposed to be loaded in. I wonder if this means his hurt boxes work too. No. That's so big. So, the audio, next time you have to use Veredicto, just use traffic cone skins to get the stop sign. True. Crimson Reigns gauntlets were so fun. They were. Okay, but in the rest of the run, his audio doesn't work. But I assume that because he's actually loaded in, he's supposed to be fought in Crimson Reigns, whoops, that the audio files are actually loaded, meaning that the audio works. This is so exciting. This actually isn't going to be that bad, because he's going to be stuck. This is actually going to be really easy, I think, because he's going to be stuck on small platforms. Oh wait, I can't skip this. I have to go the correct way. Lantern enemy dude is so much worse than the teleporting bishop. Yeah, it really is. Lantern enemies are piss easy though now after the patch. People still complain about them. I honestly found that they were easy even before the patch. Just slap down Fabera and there's nothing they can do. Wait, he didn't have a hurt box anywhere before, like he was immune to damage? Yep, he's been immune to damage this whole time. Which isn't too bad, because trying to kill him is futile. But, you know. Well, he's just spamming that one attack. Yeah, that's all he can do. His AI can let him do. He only has 2 attacks that he can really do in the first phase. One of them's a combo, but for some reason the game doesn't let him do the second bit of the combo, so he's only doing the first combo. The other attack he can do is the jump, which he only does if he's like far enough away. Which has been sometimes slightly annoying. But because I can't bring him to phase 2, he can't do any of his bigger attacks. Eviterno's so old he forgot his combos. True. Poor man's got dementia. For a shortcut, easy. Yeah, I'm very right. This is gonna be nice and easy. Ooh, you guys want to see a fun skip? I'm so happy I got that first try. Man, Koopa kind of made everything afterwards way easier pre-patch. I know! It really did. Oh, see, that's the jump. That's the jump, and it hurts. And he can use that to get across platforms. He doesn't, but he can. I'll take tears, though. Alright, this gauntlet's still here, so I do have to do this. Oh, wait. No, that gauntlet's gone, too. Never mind. I did it! One who jumped almost did the low slash. Really? I didn't see that. He hasn't done the low slash in this at all. Alright. It's time for actual real Eviterno for real this time. I'm going to bet that once I get to second phase, because I might die to first phase, I'm going to beat him first try. Good voice acting. Sorry, I skipped your entire monologue with quality of life mod, man. wonder who the randomized next boss will be. How are you doing, Shift? By the looks of it, he did the wind up but stopped on the attack. The wind up is very similar. Ah, damn it. To his regular attack. Oh, he's like almost dead. I forget that Sarmiento does crazy fucking damage even against endgame bosses, even when it's not leveled up. If you have better Nice. No hit. See, can we do Asterion full no hit or Eviterno? I don't think so, because of one really dumb thing he can do with his moves. But I think I'll still get it first try. Penitents, yeah. Oh no, I don't. Keeper's goated. Yeah, SEC is just the best. Jump. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, fuck. Fuck. It's fine. I wish he would do this attack when he was in the randomized mode, but because of he's not low enough health for that. Rapiers are peak in any game they're in, except for Souls games where they're boring as hell. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but just thrust is not fun. People don't understand that rapiers can also slash. They have sharp edges for a reason. Why was I turning the other direction? Archigo Pravdia! I love the single Odon at the end. Like, yeah, man. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Now it's this part. Oh, no! Archon Fraternity attack with a non-boss Eviterno would be insane. It would. There was one guy that tried to do it. Hey, leave my Dark Souls 2 rapiers alone. Oh, okay, okay. I haven't tried them in Dark Souls 2, so maybe. I'll trust you. Por soy el primer penitente. Why did I even skip the dialogue? It doesn't... He still has to do the whole ass animation, but now I just don't get his cool ass voice acting. Hey Waffles, how's it going? As you can see, it is an all Eviterno run. Okay, well I gotta look at everything. S-Talk, Dodge Attack, and R2 and Elden Ring were actually slashes, but I don't mind the Thrust Focus moveset. I don't mind the Thrust Focus moveset if it's not just thrust, 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 thrust with no difference in the moveset and no nuance. I think some of the animation details on Eviterno are pretty crazy, like his little slash and his hair flying around every attack. Yeah, I love... Like, the animation is so good here. These two rapiers had proper form to the moveset as opposed to more sloppy ones in other games. That's nice. It pisses me off when everyone thinks that rapiers have to be piercing. You cannot slash with them, and it's like, that's not how it works. There are entire fighting styles focused around the fact that you can in fact slash with a rapier, such as, for example, Vertedera de Treza, which is what SEC is based off of, even though you still only really thrust. At least your fun attacks have slashes, like Silver Cross. Which, by the way, is cool as hell, and I will not let anyone tell me otherwise. Silver Cross is a good move. I don't care that it takes up a mark to use. Especially because there's that glitch where you can spam it. Which is better in your opinion, Eviterno's voice acting in English or loudest in Spanish or loudest in English? Eviterno's Spanish is really good, and I like Loudest's English. but it's not my favorite. It's pretty good, but not my favorite. Is this real Eviterno? This is real Eviterno. This is the only time that I can actually fight Eviterno, because all the Eviternos in the past have been no hitbox. Or no hurt box, I should say. Because they can still hit me. I just can't hit them. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, that's the attack that fucked me up for trying to do parry only no hit. Eviterno no hit. Oh, he was over there. I thought he was teleporting to the ceiling. Like that. Oh, fuck. Alright, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it won't be first or second try. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. DS2 just overall has a lot more correct sword form compared to other Souls games. That's nice to know. Two-handed pose for most swords is actually a lot more historically accurate. Yeah, the down behind. Well, to be fair, that is one guard, the down behind that Dark Souls 2 does. There are the ones that you do in Dark Souls like 3 are also fairly accurate. They're just a different treaties. What about Gyobu in Spanish? Gyobu's Spanish voice acting goes hard. I like when he says, "Yo soy Gyobu ni Masataka Oniwa." Silver Cross is the coolest. I love editing the colors of its effect on every skin I make. Oh, yeah. Now we just need Phase 3 every turn where he puts his helmet back on. True. Honestly, that would be cool. What a cool boss. I assume you mean either Eviterno or Gyobu. In which case, in both cases, yeah, I agree. No, I skipped his dialogue again. Shoot. What? Okay. It straight... Okay. Run over. If I had a helmet, he would survive. Trust. True. He's just taking too many head wounds. That's why he's getting owned. Okay, I missed. Nice. I love how he just tosses the nail. Love the sweeping lightning walls attack is back from the previous boss. Yeah. Blasphemous, the Game Kitchen loves their vertical lines. Like, seriously. Cool attack. Also, such good fucking music, man. It's so good. And the fact that it's fucking Su Peso de Plata, too. Like, come on. Come on. Hearing this for the first time when playing Blasphemous 2 on a first playthrough was magical. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. It was so good. I almost fucked that up. I did fuck that up. Okay, now I have to lock in because he can do that fucked up move. That one. Nice. Eviterno needs a barber, bro. Look at the milk strands on his head. True. Crisanta leitmotif alert. Carlos Villa, try not to make a bad song challenge impossible. Try to make a bad song challenge. Guys, look. Killing Eviterno. For real this time. Space of Plata might be the best song Carlos Villa has made. It's so good. Especially the Redux. It's become the Plin Plin Plon of Blasphemous. 100%. Yeah, I'm okay with that too. It's so good. I like that I have the skip cutscenes part of quality of life on, but it still keeps this one in for some reason. I'm not complaining. I like this cutscene. I love how ruthless DPO is in this cutscene. Yeah, it's great. Well, I mean, I hate to be one of those, like, you know, fanfiction headcanon brain guys, but, like, he killed Crisanta. He walks in and that's her corpse. She's like his buddy, and you can tell that because the game makes you go and kneel to her. Out in, like, solidarity. Like, yeah, man, of course he's gonna beat the shit out of Eviterno. It's the... Guys! Alright. When Crisanta returned, the game... Well... I mean, she did in Mea Culpa, but yeah. People like to say that they see, like, the Penitent one as, like, a ruthless, like, you know, sort of doom guy, stoic guy. I think that's bullshit. I think the Game Kitchen wants us to see him as a human being because A, he pets a dog. First of all, he does that. But second of all, when, like, in the Mother of Mothers, the fact that you can hear Deo Gracia speak in the Not of the Three Words is, like, to me, that's so obviously some sort of, like, it's him remembering. He's remembering, like, because that's one of the most important moments in Blasphemous 1 is when you learn about the miracle and from Deo Gracias in the Not of the Three Words about the Twisted One. And the music's so good. And then when you're in the Not of the Three Words, the music is like an echo of that. And you hear Deo Gracias' words. The achievement says the voice of the miracle. Sure, whatever. Or the whispers of the miracle. I think that's just Penitent One sitting there being like, man, I miss you, man. Like, thanks, Deo Gracias. Like, you know, it's a memory. Like, it's him remembering it. And then, when he comes and kneels by Crisanta, it's so clearly just, you know, oh, my friend, I'm so sorry that you're dead, right? Like, it's normal, it's chill, he's a human being. Exactly, he's a human being with a softer side that also brutally executes people. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And it's just, it makes me mad when people are like, oh, don't try to make him seem emotional, he's blah blah blah. Like, nah, man, the game decides to make you go kneel in front of Crisanta, not the player. He's still got a soul. Anyways, listening to this make me want to get up and do more music stuff. I'm simply too comfy. That's so real. Alright. He is a humane and caring side, 100%. He helps the people and leaves a legacy of true benevolence after he's gone away that Miracle couldn't. Exactly, yes, that's what I'm saying. There are things in Blasphemous 2 that are like reminiscent of things he does in Blasphemous 1 simply because they were benevolent and they helped people, like Tirso. Reading Tirso's thing, like, that's huge. Yeah, killing Eviterno with Chrysanthus' sword is perfect. It is.
Voluntad.
This guy's English voice acting's better. Okay, I gotta lock in now because I forget sometimes that this boss can actually be somewhat challenging. In that he does a shit ton of damage. I'll be fine though. So the music in this boss is so good too. It feels very final boss to me, but not in the same way that something like Eviterno's theme would, where it's like big and epic final showdown. It's like a slow march, and it's so good. Same reason I love Marcha del Retorcido in Blasphemous 1. Same reason I love Por la Vía de las, or whatever, no, Que las Procesiones Marchen. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. It's over. Reminder what she did for him after Blast 1. He's paying back what he can. Exactly! You know, Chrysanta helps in the end, and she becomes like a friend. I guess those are the same people who just get obsessed with, it's got dark and edgy or it sucks thing. Yeah, the people who consider Penitent 1 kind of like a Doom guy are the same people who are like, Blasphemous 1 is better all the way, dark and evil. But Blasphemous has more nuance and class than that. Exactly. Devastacion has better English voice acting because he sounds more confused like a newborn god in this situation would be. Exactly. But it also has that, like, higher will. Like, I want to hear it. But it has, like, the deeper inflection. It's just... I just much prefer his English. Which, in Blasphemous 2 is rare. I find that the Spanish voice acting in Blasphemous 2 is altogether better. Like, I cannot get over how good the Spanish voice acting for Radames, the Confessor, and Reverencia is. It's just so much better than English. And the English ones are still good. Like, Reverencia is still great. With his extremely posh British accent. Like, it's still really good. But the Spanish is just so... There's so much character to it. There's a reason he has an entire tomb dedicated to him, even if the High Wills say he will be forgotten, visage, and named to him. It doesn't matter just what he did. Yeah, exactly. I really like that detail, actually. Like, you know, the High Wills are saying he will be, what is it? Forgotten in visage, or execrated in visage, forgotten in name forever and ever. And then we come back 1,000 years later and he's got a tomb dedicated to him. Like, sure, he's being forgotten by the people. Like, the people in the world do not recognize him. And people are like, oh, they call him Penitent 1 still. But if you think about it, a lot of them don't. Medardo just says, oh, we behold a penitent, right? He is forgotten to an extent, but his legacy isn't, right? If you know what I mean? And I think that's a cool detail. Devotion and his soundtrack feels like Behold and Fear the New Sun. Exactly. It's a slow march. It's portending the end of something. Like, it's not... This is the end. It's you are preventing the end of something, right? Like it's just I love that detail. And also this cutscene, the slow beating heart and then the slow rise up, is so good. Like it's so basic, but when I first saw that, it gave me chills.
Higher will, incorporeal and inscrutable fathers, I am the heir of your all-encompassing light.
It's just so good. It's so good.
Devotion itself, embodied in weathered flesh and gilded filigree.
When he said devotion itself, I lost my shit. Because I was like, my theory's correct.
Opus. Though I am crowned with your glory, why do you censure my presence alongside you? What is this obscure darkness of unanswered cries that prevents me from understanding the purpose of my birth?
So Penitent 1 is the most basic thing to call someone in this world if they're penitent. Yeah, that's also what I've been saying. Like, saying, oh, a Penitent 1? Like, it's like saying Ashen 1. It's the same idea. It's not one character who is the Ashen 1 or the Penitent 1. They are Ashen or they are Penitent, and therefore they are a Penitent 1 or an Ashen 1. I was so scared of Devotion on my first playthrough after such a hard fight, and every time I see this monster, yeah. And then he's not that bad at all. Oh, already, okay. Oh my god. Jumping right into this. I don't have enough damage for this, man. Please don't come back before I'm done with this one. Fuck. Come on. Ooh, there we go. Damn it. It's strange to me. Some people say that they never see that, like, rain attack. Which is weird, because I think he's guaranteed to do it, or supposedly guaranteed to do it, as soon as you clear the flowers. God damn it. I'm just trying to build my Eviterno. There we go. Now I can finally start doing actual damage. I think I'd get one shot, actually, so I'm just gonna... Ooh! Oh, I guess he's not guaranteed to do it, but just more likely. Maybe it's that that's the only time that he can do it, and if you have really good damage, then you're only going to see that, like, once or twice, and so he just doesn't do it. Also, we have learned that Bleeding Miracle is good, and we should be using it. Sure, just keep doing that. There's a tech you can do where it's really difficult. It's pretty much pixel perfect, but you can get a bleeding crown stuck on one of the platforms constantly damaging him. It's crazy strong. Damn it. Whew. Okay. He wouldn't be able to ascend to the heights he would have in the true ending if he was just a mindless killer. Yeah, it's very true. Now we just have to redeem Devotion and send him to the canvas. I still think that would be a really cool ending. I didn't see that rain attack my first attempt on him, I don't think, which I got him first attempt. Yeah, that makes sense. That all being said, I love how the game kitchen were able to create a multi-layered protagonist and avatar for a player without letting him speak a word of dialogue. I agree. He doesn't speak a word of dialogue, but you also don't see any emotion on his face. Like, none of the avenues that are usually normally used to portray characterization, and yet you still get to see something like that. Well, I'm going to head out now. Good luck with the rest of the run. Thank you. See you later, Fia. Flowers really get me here, dang. Yeah, the flowers are... Using Sarmiento against the flowers is difficult because the two that are at the bottom you can hit easily, but the other ones you can't. Maybe I should just try to Bleeding Miracle them. But yeah, and I don't want to switch to Ruego because then I lose my Verdadeira de Thraitha. locked in right now. Surprised he hasn't done flowers yet. As soon as I said that, though, he's going to. Okay. Wow, okay. I can't fucking hit him. There we go. That's the strat. There it is. Bleeding Miracle for the win. Nice. There we go. Whew. I still want a Latin translation in VA for these games. That would be so cool. Using the rapiers on the flowers is tricky to do the damage on them without lightning buff or any damage upgrades is literally 1. Yeah, exactly. But so you switch to like Ruego. If you have the lightning buff, it's good because it's only 3 hits. But then because it's only like horizontal, you have to jump to hit the other ones, and when there's all those projectiles, it's difficult. Oh, cutscene skipper. That's so funny. I want one too. It would fit really well, yeah. So if you lose lightning stocks, just switch. Exactly. Heart surgery performed. Indeed. I like how we can hear that the music's not playing because it's part of the cutscene. Well, there we go. All Eviterno done. It only took me 6 hours and 16 minutes. That's... I'd say that's pretty impressive. Most of that was not fighting Asterion. All that's needed, or Eviterno. All that's needed is Asterion only. Yeah, that'd be fun. Part of me is like, oh, I should do the DLC, but I also don't want to do that. You know what? Here, let's just take a run over to Santa Vigilia and take a look at just what Santa Vigilia is like. Oh, the audio's working in Severed Tower now too. Damocles better send that god statue's status for beating the run. That's true. Didn't he say there was something like some sort of not, I thought it was jokingly, but didn't he like say offer some sort of reward? Let me scroll up here and look. So the whole thing that started was Damocles finally getting something to work with enemy randomizer, and he sends all the enemies are a single, like those sunken cathedral fire spitting guys. And Shift goes, does this mean we can get Can You Beat Blasphemous 2 if every enemy is Eviterno? And he goes, I'm glad you asked, and sends a couple images of pure Eviterno. I said, yes, I need it. And then, what is it Damocles says? Yeah, first person to beat this mod with video proof is a god. Who's up for it? I said, send me a file, and it's done. So here we go. Well, let's see what Santa Vigilia is like, and then we'll call it a day. Good music. Though, does that even need to be said? Right, I still have to actually do the enemy gauntlets that are really annoyingly difficult. Ow. What? Okay. send some thorns up under me. Nice. Okay, so I believe oops. Congrats, man. Been wanting to get back into the conversation on the modding server and do more skins. Health stuff has been getting in the way of it, but I'm on the road to recovery. That's good to hear, at least. Hopefully everything goes smoothly for you. I need to... Wait. There it is. I just realized this is the wrong entrance for what I was trying to do. I need to go from Sacred Entombments. Or no, yeah, Sacred Entombments. But hey, this works. Didn't expect to find this on my feed, but hey, Landrock, you missed. I actually just beat the game. I'm just trying to see what Santa Vigilia's like, just for fun. Oh, gold lump, woohoo! I have a few unfinished skits to finalize to try to make those for future runs. If you have any requests, let me know. Well, I was saying that I would have loved to have an Eviterno skin for Blasphemous 2 for this run, but that's done now. Because I know that there is an Eviterno skin for Blasphemous 1. And I know that it's not too hard to take Blasphemous 1 skins and add them to Blasphemous 2. So, I believe... Oh no, I won't be able to get up there. There's two ways that one could get up here and skip the Mud Key quest. One of them is with a specific verse that you get deep within a specific area, and you send a bunch of projectiles up that for some reason do that. The other one is the I believe the thief plus something like poison, whatever. What it does is so when you dash, you shoot, you get to send out like those little briars. For some reason, those can affect every enemy on screen, including those barbs or those bulbs, and destroy them. But basically, what that would look like is I get up here early, because I'm not going to go through the effort. And then you can go up here, where normally you can only get to with Mea Culpa. Oh. And then, once you're over here, it's as simple as... forget. What is it you're supposed to do here? Oh, it's literally just over here. That's right. I was wondering, do Eviternos have all the abilities of boss fight or limited amount? So he technically, like, in the code has all his abilities, but a lot of them are tied to his health. So he only does certain moves at lower health. And the hurt boxes on him don't work, so I can't actually hit him. So, as you can kind of see, he only really spams this... That guy's not Eviterno. He only really spams the same move over and over again. He can do his jump move as well, and one of the guys can do Arch Confraternity for some reason. But, maybe an Asterion skin is in order, but unless it's already been done. There is an Asterion skin for Blasphemous 1, I know that. I'll have to see if anyone wants to try making a new custom Dominion's mod that I have an idea for. That would be really cool. So yeah, this is how you get Mea Culpa early. Just, all that needs to be done is you fight Eviterno. I haven't fought him in a while. I wonder if I can actually do this with this damage. I don't know why the screen's fucked up. Unless it's not. Oops. Oops. Shit. Rookie mistake. Dash through his dash. Okay. Oh my god. That attack is the only one that I think, in his first phase at least, is like bullshit. We have an Eviterno at home. Yeah, pretty much. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chill, man. Ow. Damn, okay. You're looking at him now, I'm starting to skin. Those purple flame effects are so clean. Nice. But yeah, there is a Blasphemous 1 skin called Penitent Rogue that is the Eviterno colors. So that one, you could very easily, like take inspiration from the colors of that one and then add your own cool effects with like the purple and stuff. I don't remember who made the Penitent Rogue skin though. Oh wait. Oh, okay, no, he could do contact damage, but you can't hit him. I remember when I was first playing through the Mea Culpa DLC, I remember that I was trying to fight him with Mea Culpa because it was thematic and cool, and I was dying. And this was for the second fight of him, of course. I was getting destroyed. I wasn't good enough, and so I swapped to Sarmiento, and I beat him first try. Oh look, it's Esdras citation needed. I don't like the theory that Astarion's Esdras, because like Esdras is dead, man. He's in the canvas. His sprite's on the sheet too, so the color transfer would be easy. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, hey, if you finish that, let me know, and I'll use it for my inevitable all Asterion run. I also want to try a Blasphemous 1, every enemy is Chrysanta Phase 3. Jesus Christ. This guy! Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I have no real desire to fight Asterion under-leveled at the moment. Manifesting Esdras Ultra Piece for DLC 2. True! For sure, I got you. Awesome. Thank you. Well, yeah, just let me know, because that'll be a really cool skin. The skins that exist in for Blasphemous 1 or for Blasphemous 2 are like some of them are really cool, but there's not enough. There's not enough. We need more. And I also would love to see some like full, complete revamp skins, like the ones that are presumably at some point going to be in the works for each of the 3 weapon concept art penitents. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna call it there. Not every Blast 2 thing needs to be a reference or callback. True. Yeah, I'll call it there. That was fun. Took 3 days. Started it on Saturday, finished it on Monday, which I'm pretty proud of, especially considering Damocles was saying it was going to be really difficult. And honestly, the first day was the hardest because I was getting 2-shot and I didn't have much in the way of things I could do, but the knowledge was really helpful. Learning the ways to avoid him was nice. Specifically, once I figured out that using the Sarmiento dash attack was extremely powerful, was huge information, and that it helped a lot. Obviously, the fact that I had had the glitch reviver and was using like speedrun tactics to get ascension made it much easier, and maybe some people would call that cheating, but hey, I think that's part of the fun, because it also made it so that the end of the challenge was more difficult as I was under-leveled. yeah, I think I had a great time. Thank you guys for hanging out and stopping by. There was a whole bunch of you guys today. Yesterday was just shift for most of the day. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll talk more in the Discord server, I'm sure. So